Hello guys and welcome to my channel. In today's video I will walk you through the most popular network monitoring and analyzing tool known as Wireshark. Initially called Ethereal and was released in 1998, Wireshark became popular within the analysts really quickly. And throughout these years Wireshark has been through so many changes and they have made the UI much easier to understand for multiple people and the end users. It was renamed as Wireshark in 2006. Now, without wasting any further time, let's have some fun with it. Okay, so Wireshark is an open source released under the GNU General Public License, and you can download it from the website wireshark.org. It depends on your Windows installer if you want a 64-bit or a 32-bit. I have a 64-bit one, and so I'll just download the 64 one. As I've already downloaded it and it's running here, so if you have any questions regarding download, just let me know down in the comments and I'll be happy to help you. So now when you open Wireshark for the first time, you will see this page and it will show you all the interfaces that are present on your network right now. And as I have a multiple VMs and other local networks enabled at this time, that's why you are seeing all these local area connections and every other thing. But I'll be using the Wi-Fi as my primary source of the network because this is the one connected to the internet. In order to just open this interface, I'll just double click on Wi-Fi and it should automatically open it. Now by default, it starts capturing the packets automatically. Here are the two buttons that you can stop and start the capture. The red one will help you to stop it, and whatever is captured you can see right here. And if you want to start the capture again, just hit this one and it will ask you if you want to save it or not. So I'll just hit continue without saving. As you can see, I'm not visiting any website at the moment. This traffic is basically just a connection that has been going on through different softwares that I've installed. This is an automatic connection, an automatic request, so we don't need to worry about these things. Now I have already a packet captured, configured and downloaded, which I have been working on. So I'll just close this, and this is the PCAP captured of a Washington University because this is a HTTP website, so it will be easier for me to show you guys how traffic is captured and how to read it, because the SSL one is a bit difficult to decode and Wireshark can't do that. In order to open the PCAP, if you have already installed the Wireshark, and you can open this just simply by double clicking it. Otherwise you can just right click and open it with Wireshark. Now this is the capture that I have already saved. This is the website that I have been visited on recently. It's a Washington EDU. As you can see, it is not secured, so we should be able to see this in an HTTP format. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of protocols right now enabled here, like TCP, UDP, TLS, and we don't need all these protocols to monitor the traffic. We just need the HTTP one. And to see if what the analysis of this capture is, like how many protocols are there and what percentage of protocol is there. So you can just go to statistics and go to protocol hierarchy. Here you can see the whole graph or a hierarchy of the protocols that are being captured by this PCAP. As you can see that IPv6 is 10%, so IPv4 is 89%. That's a good thing because we are working on IPv4 right now and it has all HTTP traffic in it. And it contains UDP as well as the TCP capture. So TCP is same as Transmission Control Protocol, which includes the HTTP protocol in it. Now, we will go back. In order to apply the filters, it's really easy that Wireshark made it. Here you can see this bar which says apply display filter. If you start typing HTTP, you can see that HT gives a red bar. This red color bar indicates that your filter is not correct. It could be two reasons. One is that the filter is incorrect, or the filter is missing some values. So if I start typing HTTP fully, you can see that it's green now. That means your filter is correct. Now this is the beauty of Wireshark, that you just hit the name of the protocol and it will automatically deduce that it's a protocol and I have to apply it as a HTTP protocol. After hitting HTTP and the bar is green, just hit enter and you will see that the HTTP protocol filter has been applied and I can see all the traffic that has been going on. Now we'll just make the view a bit easier. For your initial release, I think that you have time in seconds which is not readable in a good way. To change that, you can just go to the view bar and here in the time display format you can choose the display that suits best for you. I have selected the date and time one, so that is the one being displayed. And the number one, I really don't need it, so I'll just right click on it and remove this column. Rest, the source, destination, protocols, length and info I need it. The one more thing is the hostname, like which website I am browsing to. I need to see this on the capture because it will help me to open the particular packet that I want to see. To do that, you can just open any one packet by double clicking it. It will show you that packet information, all the TCP protocols here. Now, if I open the HTTP protocol, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, I can see that the origin is the washington.edu, but the actual host is right here. It could be the same or not, that is what we are analyzing, but we have to apply the host as the filter because the host actually defines which domain I am visiting in the particular packet. This might be a redirect or something else or related to any other things, so we don't need to worry about it. If you just want to apply it as a filter, you can right click it and apply as filter, select it. What this will do is this will add the filter on the top and it will give you those packets which are linked with this URL. But I want this as a column. The one way is just to go back to this one and select the host. I can just do it simply by dragging and dropping. It's that simple. Now I like to see my host after destination, and you can just play around with it and see what suits best to you. This is how I like it. The time, source, destination, host, protocol, and the info that is being passed. So I don't need this anymore. I'll just select HTTP, and here you can see all the hosts that I have been visiting right now. And these are all the redirects or some other website that I have visited alongside with the washington.edu. Now, you will get assignments or questions based on this, but the basic analysis is done in this way. If you have given a question like find the source and destination address based on if a user visited this website or not, washington.edu. When you see a website, just double click and open it. You will follow the packet, or you can right click it and you can follow it in a HTTP stream, which will give you the full communication between the client and the server. The colors are to differentiate what is the client and what is the server right now. So as you can see that this is the client, aka me, and I'm requesting this host, and when this I am requesting it, it is redirecting me to the below website. So there are so many redirects going on that we need to monitor this. And don't worry, this is nothing malicious. In some cases, if the redirect is to a phishing website or something else, then it would be a malicious thing, but this is just the way a website works. It redirects you where you want to go. So now as you can see, when I follow the HTTP stream, it actually applied the filter as well for my ease to monitor it, and you can just change it back as you like. But the main question is, we have the host. Now the source and destination IPs are listed here, but if it's not there and you need to find the source and destination IP based on the packet, so this is how you will find it. This is a really important thing to learn because it will help you move around the packet, the different layers of the packet, so it would be easier for you. The HTTP protocol will contain the website context or the host and what is being passed in the page. But if you want to see the IP associated with that, you need to go to the TCP protocol where you can see the actual source and destination. This is the source and destination port, If you want to see the IP associated with the source and destination, you can see it in the IPv4, the source and destination IP written here, or if you go down here, you can see the source and destination IP. You can use these to apply as the filter if you want to see if these IPs are doing something else as well, something malicious or anything. And if you want the MAC address associated with it, you can go to the Ethernet or layer 2 of the IP hierarchy, and you can see that the destination is the Hitron, this is the DNS server that I'm using, and the source is Intel Core. This is my own local. So this is the connection made to this host. This is how you will basically move around in the HTTP analysis. Now, the most important thing that anyone will ask is the host name of the user that accessed this website, because if you find something malicious, you need to reach out to the host, or you need to reach out to someone to say like, okay, you did this, or if you want to see who is doing what. In order to do that, that information is not in HTTP packets, because that is handled by DNS and DHCP. DHCP is Dynamic Host Control Protocol, which will automatically assign a host name to the user, which is on the internet. So if we just type DHCP, you can see that these are 4 packets that is being transferred. The source is, this is like a local 000, which is like a dynamic, which will automatically link the local user with the DHCP server. If you double click this one and you open the Dynamic Host Control Protocol discovery, if you go below, you can see that this is the option of the host name, and if you open it, the host name is localhost. As I have not set any host name for me at the moment, so it will say localhost, and this is how you will find the localhost of this user. There are other things as well. If you want to see which DNS server I am using, or the host who requested this one is using, you can just type DNS as the protocol, and you can see all the queries made to the DNS server. And you can also find the IP associated with the domain name that we just witnessed, like the edu one. If you want, you can just apply this as a filter as well, and you can find the IP address like this one. So you can see the washington.edu resolved to this IP address. And there could be multiple IP addresses because it's a DNS server, so there might be multiple IP addresses to different pages. And this is how you will find the IP address. Now, the last thing that we actually see, or which is important to see, is that the user downloaded anything malicious or suspicious that is outside the protocols, or which looks like an adware or a malware. To find that, we would actually go to the file and do export objects as HTTP. Here you can see what type of content is being downloaded and what is being accessed as well. You can see here this is the text plane, which is like a plain text format, not an HTTP, but it's just a simple line that is written. So we don't need to worry about this. This is not a download. And the HTML is actually a web page which is being accessed. This is usually not malicious. The thing we usually look for is the JavaScript file like .json or .jpeg or PNG, because there might be some malicious activity going on in them, as they can attach a malware to an image file or a GIF file. Rest of this is not malicious. If you think that this JPEG file, for example, is malicious, or let's take this JavaScript file, it's core.js. If you think that this one is malicious, you can just select it, save it. I'll just save it on the desktop, core, and it's a JS file, so I'll just write JS and save it. Be sure not to open this one, as it could be malicious, and you can go back to your desktop and you can actually create. Oh, one more thing, these windows you need to close because they will open again and again. Now, you can just take this JS file and you can go to hybrid analysis, as this is the best place to go, and to scan your file. Now, I wouldn't recommend directly uploading the file here, because if you upload the file, it's gone out to the world And if you are working for a client or someone else, it's not a good idea to upload the file directly. To overcome this, you can actually create a MD5 of the file, and then you can upload the MD5 here, and you can just search the report of the hash, or you can simply just upload the MD5. In this way, it would be easier for this service to analyze, and your data would be secured. So this is the way in which you will analyze a basic packet capture, and how will you find the malicious activities. We have searched the source name, the destination, the source address, destination address, host name, what files it is being accessed, what is the host name. You can actually open the host name, you see the host name, and you can just visit there and see what actually the domain is and what it's doing. And if you find anything suspicious or malicious, you can actually block the IP if you want. This is the IP, remote IP. You can block this remote IP on the firewall if you think it's malicious, and you can just run a scan if you see if HTTP objects or the files are being downloaded. This is the basic thing, and I really enjoyed delivering this to you guys. And if you have any questions regarding the capture or regarding how to find this specific information, just let me know down in the comments below. And I hope that you guys also enjoyed this one. Thank you for listening to me, and please feel free to comment in the section down below. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe this video. It will really help me a lot. And as always, stay safe. See you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.